There's a look at Bobby Mason starting to our left in the Chicago goal, a right-handed catcher, somewhat the same as backup goaltender Glenn Hanlon for the Red Wings. Mason, as we mentioned, coming over from Washington, a big addition to the Chicago club. And Greg Steffen back in goal tonight after giving up 5 goals in Toronto in half a game last Saturday.
The boards. Now Veach there as well. The Hawks have Larmer there. Larmer driven into the boards by Veach.
Get a guy from behind like that, a lot of times the referee will call boarding.
Oh, here comes Veach. Veach and Sutter. Sutter went after Veach. Duane Sutter, a little bit more used to the fighting aspect of the game of Veach, took immediate advantage of that, but
and Sutter also will probably get the extra 2 minutes for the aggressor. Not a smart play for him to take while his team's on the power play if Dennis Morrell calls it. We'll wait and see. It's no score. Detroit and Chicago.
Calculating, and it looked that way from up here that perhaps the extra 2 would go to Sutter. There's Veach for the push on Larmer, but there was no penalty there.
No, that's the reason Sutter came after him, and I don't know. Now, it looks like we haven't heard an announcement yet. They've got 2 minutes posted for Veach. My guess is it'll be a 5-minute major to Sutter. Let's listen.
Murray. Wings are staying in the triangle, trying to keep the Hawks wide. Savard pass in front, save, Steffen on Presley.
Wow, Presley did not get the puck up. What a great play by Chicago, though. Bang, 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 and they had Presley all alone in front as he cut across in front of Steffen. He just very easily made a backhand. That's a good example of an old Toe Blake adage that said never just flip the puck at the net, drill it every time you get it. Presley just sort of flipped it on the backhand, and it cost him as Steffen was there
by Burr. It should just about kill off the Lewis penalty. Ahead for Savard. Savard across the line. It's tipped to Larmer. Larmer controlling at the rim of the circle. Sends it across. Quick shot here by Wilson. Fired wide of Steffen. Bob Murray to Larmer. Lewis out of the box in a couple of seconds, but they score just as the penalty to Lewis expired. So the penalty to Veach will also end. And the Wings will immediately get back to full strength, although Bob Murray's going to argue it. He thinks that maybe a second ticked off of there that shouldn't have.
Well, they're lucky if they get both guys out at the same time. Not much you can do on a 5-on-3. Perfect setup here. Over to Denis Savard from Steve Larmer. See, he looks back to the point, gets the Red Wings looking that direction, fires it directly in front of the net. Watch the top of your screen. He looks over, back there, and bingo. Savard is at the angle. Steffen, no chance on the play.
Well, the time of the goal is 6:50, so it is exactly as the Lewis penalty expired. Mike Stapleton trying to get by Norwood. O'Connell took it off his stick. Lead pass now for Yzerman, trying to get between the defense. Yzerman coming in for the shot. He scores!
Yzerman showed some great speed up the middle. McGill was just not able to stay with them. Nice feed from Mike O'Connell. And look at the 2 defensemen are there. McGill really can't catch him, and neither can Wilson. And Yzerman with a nice top shot over the glove of Mason. Mason stayed back in the net that time and didn't cut the angle down. And look at that. Nice little play by Yzerman. 1-1 hockey game. Look out.
Chance here for the Hawks, and Steffen with a couple of saves. Now here comes Ludzik. He scores! Steve Ludzik.
Boy, before anything cools off, a funny bounce off those backboards, and Ludzik ends up the recipient. It's 2-1 Chicago.
Just 12 seconds after the Yzerman goal.
It looked from up here, Dave, that Steffen's got to play that puck off the backboards. It came right back out in front of the net.
Well, it almost looked like they were expecting an icing call. It was very close to whether the Blackhawk player got to center ice, and it looked like Steffen just let it go. It was alert.
Have a look. Here's how they score him, right like that. Nyland in that spot. Look at Steffen. That thing was labeled for the far corner.
Face off to Steffen's right.
Excuse me, Dave. Chicago with a very, very strange setup here.
It to the line for Norwood. Here's a shot, and he fired it wide. Murphy now for Klima. The shot. He slid it wide of Mason and wide of the net. Wings with some great pressure here, and a penalty now to Doug Wilson. And here comes
to grab Murphy. Here he goes after Norwood. You know this guy's after trouble. And here they go.
Well, you know what happened there, Nick? Norwood Norwood was going after Sutter. He was going to make good on what he did to Darren Beach.
Klima smacked somebody over there. Look at Klima could have his first fight right here. Sutter's got a hold of him. Surprise him if Klima all of a sudden give him a smack, wouldn't it? Klima, he's not going to take anything. He's trying to grab a hold of.
Plays it up the boards. Keith Brown slides it out center ice. Duane Sutter leaves it there for Noonan. Ryan Noonan across the line. Back for Sutter. He's behind Norwood for the shot. Steffen. The save, rebound, they score. Presley was right there. After Steffen again made the initial save, he had no opportunity at that rebound as Presley was left all alone at the 18:26 mark of the first period. Right there, Norwood. See, they got tangled up the defense. He couldn't get back. There's the initial save, and then there it is. And Presley's not going to miss too many of those. Another angle here. Sutter went to the forehand, and Steffen stopped him there. And there was Norwood. He was trying to slide the puck into the pads of Steffen, and he just didn't make contact with it.
Third of the season, number 17, Wayne Presley.
Third of the season for Wayne Presley.
Wayne Sutter, and this is number 10, Brian.
Puck in wide of the Chicago net.
Bobby Murray, the veteran defenseman for Chicago, season number 14. For Murray, who was drafted way back in '74, a third-round choice by the Hawks. Look at that save by Steffen on Sanapas. Everett Sanapas, a young rookie who was up for a few games last year, spent the rest of the season back in junior in Granby. You notice a couple of times Detroit has shot it in, even on the power play. Chicago's gone back there and picked the puck up and dumped it out very easily. You've got to skate and go after it.
Left wing, it's Vincelette, drops it back for Murray, back for Vincelette, and hit the post. Oh. Still tickets left for Friday night's game as we take a look at the opportunity there by Vincelette to hit the post.
That one went right underneath Steffen's armpit. Watch this. It's a give and go. Murray to Vincelette. Back to Murray. Back to Vincelette. Watch where that puck slides. Right underneath the arm. Look at that.
Do it now. Klima, Oates, and Murphy. Oates in traffic. Puck came loose. Sanapas able to knock it away from Klima. Klima back checking on Sanapas. And Sanapas takes Klima down. And I think Sanapas was going to get a penalty.
Klima was really hooking him and almost pulled him down, but then Sanapas took exception to it, and I think Morrell was going to call a penalty on Everett Sanapas as the two of them, Klima and Sanapas, get separated out in the slot area in front of Steffen as the other 8 fellows kind of look at each other and threaten.
9:03 remaining in the second period as they sort this out. We'll take a break. It's Chicago 3, the Red Wings 1. Consecutive power play. Here's what started it, Mick. Some aggressive back checking.
Look at Klima with that hook right up around Sanapas's left ear. And that's the original penalty to number 7. And they both get 2 for that.
Number 7, Everett Sanapas.
Dave Lewis, who has spent some time in the penalty box tonight. Let's take a look at the Blackhawks with a good opportunity here.
Short-handed situation. Steffen anticipated and made the perfect poke check on Steve Yzerman. Look at that. Larmer's breaking for the hole. Savard, the little flip backhander, and almost 4-1 Chicago.
Wayne Sutter drives it in wide of Steffen. Steffen looking to clear it himself. Ooh, wow.
Did Bird ever get an elbow up into Keith Brown's chin? Watch him to come at Burr.
Watch Ben Wilson because he
speared him. Oh, man.
That should be 5 minutes right there.
Without a doubt. He speared Burr without a doubt. Boy,
wow,
boy.
did he ever get the stick into him.
There isn't much question about that spear. And let's see what Denny Morrell does with it.
4:12 remaining. Let's take a look here, Mick.
Should be a 5-minute major and a game misconduct for intent to injure. There is the spear.
Well, that resulted from...
did he catch it or didn't he?
From Burr hitting Wilson down at the other end, and then he ran, as you mentioned, he ran into Cochran. It It is a 5-minute major penalty to Ben Wilson.
Certainly don't spear them with intent not to hurt them. Look at that, right there. Jabbed him right in the groin and lower stomach area, and boy, I'm going to tell you, that doesn't tickle. And it can be very, very dangerous.
Number 23, Ben Wilson. 5 minutes for spearing.
Wilson gets the 5 minutes for spearing in a game misconduct. That's the line. Gallant drops it back to the far point. O'Connell winds up for the shot. Tip. Mason the save, and he hangs on. But the Wings finally do get it down inside the Chicago line. Ahead for Joe Murphy. Across the line. Murphy sends it along the boards. Now back for Oates to the line. It hopped over the stick of DeLorme. Look out. They may get a break. Here comes Savard with Larmer. Savard, the shot. Big save. Step and rebound and score. Savard short-handed. And boy, did he ever want that puck, Denis Savard.
Sure did. Stefan made the save but couldn't hold his balance, and Savard just picked the rebound off Stefan's right pad, and there was nobody there. He just dumped it in the open side. It was actually a 2-on-1. Nice move by Savard right here to hold back, and O'Connell goes by him. There's the big pileup that goes by him, and there's Savard all alone. Puck jumping over Gilbert Delorme's stick way back at the Hawk blue line and allowed them to come out. Actually, it was Savard who picked up the loose puck, and there's the end of the play. Short-handed goal, and that one really stings. 4-1 Hawks. Joe Murphy losing his balance, crashing into the side of the net. The feet go out from underneath him. Boy, he really caught that side of the goalpost with his left side. He is up now, though. Looks all right.
Ludzik who won the draw. Doug Wilson. He can fire it from out there. He makes the stop. Now Ludzik and Lewis having words. Gallant steps in. Boy, Ludzik left his feet there to jump for that rebound.
You know, I haven't been counting, Dave, but I don't think Detroit's had many hits tonight either, have they?
No.
They haven't noticed too many anyway.
Well, they just haven't been able to line up a Blackhawk along the boards. The Hawks have just been moving quickly, getting out of the way. Back live at the Joe Louis Arena as you look there at Bob Murdoch again, the head coach of the Blackhawks. Face off to the right of Stefan. 3-goal advantage for Chicago. There's a chance for Duane Sutter. He scores right along the ice. Stefan never saw it. Duane Sutter, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. He has played a heck of a hockey game here tonight. Been in everybody's way. He assisted on the Presley goal and now gets one here.
Right off the face-off again.
4th of the season for Sutter. Good start for him.
Sure is. Watch this puck come loose right there. He just wheels around. Bridgman's there. And just inside the goalpost, 5-1 Chicago. Another look at it.
By Brown, backhands it ahead. It was caught by Murray. Closed his hand on it, but got away with it. Doug Wilson plays it up the boards. Held in by Veach. And now we've got a battle going on in front of Mason.
Gallant and Brown.
Keith Brown and Gerard Gallant.
Couple of strong guys. Boy, neither one of them would go down. They just sort of sleeked down together, Brown and Gallant. Both very strong players. And they'll break this thing up. 9:26 to go. It's 5-1 Blackhawks. We'll be back after this.
For Detroit. Perhaps the final rush of the night up for Burr across the line. Burr trying to get around Wilson. Backhand shot save made there by Mason.
Nice move by Burr.
Boy, it was nice to see him go to the net. And Savard's pass broken up. Bridgman back for Burr. It'll be slapped away by Brown, and that will do it. So the Hawks dominate from the start of this one to the finish, and they win it by a score of